Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Remy Price might go down in history as one of the most confusing characters on The Bold and the Beautiful. Soap fans at home were left puzzled and scratching their heads when Dake Sharp, Harrison Cohn, debuted his new man at Forrester Creations. Apparently Remy was just a bullied gay kid from Electra Forrester's high school. This week on B&B, Remy Price, Christian Weissman, will continue to beg Dake not to dump him after learning about his dark past. Soap spoilers say Remy should brace himself a heartbreaking breakup, and the odds of Dake Sharp staying with him are slim to none. Imagine finding out that your boyfriend is your new work bestie's stalker. It's not looking great for Remy right now. When we first met Remy Price, he was a hunky straight man in a leather jacket that was stalking Electra Forrester, Lania Grace. Not only did Remy follow her all the way to Los Angeles, he also had a creepy shrine full of her photos and was photoshopping and leaking her nudes all over the internet. In fact, Dake's boyfriend was so obsessed with Electra that he even tried to kill her because she was dating Will Spencer Jr., Crew Morrow. The Bold and the Beautiful writers then reintroduced Remy as one half of their first gay male couple on the soap. His relationship with Dake threw a lot of fans off, because since when was he gay? Remy being obsessed with a woman to living with a man overnight is a tough sell. Then his explanation to his pal Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, made even less sense. Remy claimed getting turned down by Electra made him realize he was into guys. This week the writers put quite a spin on Remy's past when the truth came out at Forrester Creations about Dake's boyfriend. In a well-worded speech, Remy begged for forgiveness and claimed he was just a bullied and misunderstood kid from Electra's high school that was jealous of her fashion career. Apparently Remy didn't want to sleep with Electra Forrester. He was just trying to sabotage her fashion career because they were former design rivals. Can you get on board with The Bold and the Beautiful's Remy Price rewrite? Or is nothing about the character making sense at this point? In a shocking twist that has left The Bold and the Beautiful fandom buzzing, the beloved rogue-turned-hero Remy Price has been handed a completely rewritten backstory, and fans are not impressed. The show, known for its long history of character reinventions, may have bitten off more than it can chew this time. Let's unpack what the writers did, why it's causing such a stir, and what this could mean for the future of one of the show's most compelling characters. For years, Remy Price has been a fan favorite, oscillating between charming schemer and surprisingly moral ally. Introduced as a morally flexible character with a knack for getting into and out of trouble, Remy's journey has been a roller coaster. Fans have adored his witty one-liners, complicated relationships, and occasional heroics, particularly in his interactions with Liam Spencer, Steffi Forrester, and Brooke Logan. Until now, Remy's past was tantalizingly murky. A skilled manipulator with a soft spot for those he cared about, his mysterious background allowed fans to imagine countless possibilities. There were hints of a tough upbringing, brushes with crime, and a sense of being a man trying to find his place in a world that had never fully welcomed him. The ambiguity worked in his favor, giving writers flexibility and audiences plenty of reasons to root for him, even when he messed up. Enter the recent episodes, where The Bold and the Beautiful decided to rewrite Remy's origin story entirely. The revelation came during a dramatic scene at Forrester Creations, where Remy finally confronted someone from his past, a woman identified as his estranged mother, Clarissa Price. According to the show's new storyline, Remy's childhood was far from the romanticized, mysterious hardship fans had assumed. Instead, he grew up in the glittering world of high society, the son of wealthy parents who disapproved of his life choices. The twist: Remy's supposed hard knocks were largely exaggerated. He was a privileged kid who rebelled against his family's expectations, choosing a life of crime and con artistry for thrills rather than necessity. The show positioned this as the reason for his moral ambiguity and tendency to play both sides of every situation. Reaction on social media was immediate. Many fans felt betrayed, arguing that this backstory stripped Remy of the depth that made him compelling. On Twitter, one user lamented, "Remy Price growing up rich? That completely ruins his whole street-smart, scrappy underdog vibe. The writers just don't get it." Another tweeted, "So all those years of thinking Remy had a tragic past, all a lie. This is lazy writing." Some longtime viewers pointed out that this rewrite undermines years of storytelling. Remy's relationships, particularly with the Spencers and the Forresters, had always been framed by the tension between his past struggles and his attempts to do the right thing. By revealing that he actually came from privilege, the stakes of his redemption arc suddenly feel less meaningful. Even fan forums were alight with discussion. One thread titled "Remy Price's Backstory Ruined?" quickly gained traction, with fans dissecting every implication. Many argued that the new story made him less relatable. "Part of the charm of Remy was that he could have been anyone," wrote one forum member. "A kid who had to fight for everything. Now he's just another rich boy who got bored." Big yawn. Of course, soap opera writers rarely make changes without a plan. One theory is that the backstory rewrite is meant to set up a larger arc involving Remy's family. Clarissa Price's sudden introduction could open doors to high-stakes drama, inheritance battles, corporate sabotage, or even a potential romantic rival connected to the family fortune. Another possibility is that the writers want to highlight Remy's moral grayness. If he truly had the comfort of wealth and still chose a life of cons and manipulation, it reframes his actions as intentional and self-aware rather than reactions to hardship. In theory, this could make him a more calculated, intriguing character, but it's a risky move. Finally, it may simply be a bid to tie Remy more tightly into the show's sprawling network of legacy characters and their families. By giving him a prominent family with money and influence, the writers can integrate him into storylines with the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers more seamlessly. The core issue is not that Remy now has a family with wealth. Plenty of soap opera characters are born into privilege. The problem lies in the execution. Fans loved Remy because his street-smart underdog identity gave his moral ambiguity weight. Every lie he told, every scheme he hatched, felt like a survival tactic or a necessary evil. By removing the struggle, the writers risk turning him into a flat archetype, the bored rich kid playing at drama. Moreover, the rewrite feels abrupt. Remy's relationships with long-standing characters, most notably Finn, Steffi, and Liam, were built on the assumption of his past hardships. Stripping that away could create inconsistencies that disrupt the emotional resonance of past episodes. For example, his heartful conversations with Finn about life's challenges suddenly carry less weight if he never truly endured hardship himself. Despite the backlash, it's worth considering that this rewrite might pay off, eventually. Soap opera audiences are surprisingly forgiving when a new angle provides fresh opportunities for drama. If the Clarissa Price storyline leads to high-stakes tension, emotional confrontations, and morally complex situations, fans may come around. The key will be execution. If the writers acknowledge Remy's new privileged past while showing that his choices still stem from deeper personal struggles, perhaps rebellion, a need for validation, or the pressure of parental expectations, the character could remain compelling. But it will require nuanced writing, careful handling of past storylines, and a willingness to confront fan disappointment head-on. This is not the first time The Bold and the Beautiful has reimagined a character's past. History shows that these gambles can succeed or fail spectacularly. Shyla Carter. Once a straightforward villain, her backstory has been rewritten multiple times to explore motivations and deepen her complexity. Fans have mostly embraced these shifts because they enhance her dramatic presence and create exciting plot twists. Taylor Hayes. Taylor's history has been tweaked over decades to align with current storylines, usually to smooth over inconsistencies or expand her role in family dynamics. When done carefully, it enriches the character rather than undermines her. Thomas Forrester. Thomas's motivations and childhood experiences have been retconned several times to explain his extreme behaviors. Some fans loved the added depth, others felt it made him less believable. The lesson is clear. Rewrites work best when they enhance emotional stakes, clarify character motivation, and connect seamlessly with established storylines. Simply swapping hardship for wealth is unlikely to meet those criteria. The reaction online has been both hilarious and scathing. Memes depicting Remy in a monocle, sipping champagne while planning cons, have gone viral. Fans joke about rich boy Remy suddenly attending polo matches instead of hiding from the law. Others propose wild fan theories, such as Remy secretly being a secret agent or a royal heir, all stemming from the perceived absurdity of the new backstory. Interestingly, some fans are attempting to rationalize the change. One popular theory is that Remy's privileged upbringing actually created a sense of boredom and existential crisis, which pushed him toward the life of a con artist. While this explanation makes sense narratively, it has yet to be fully explored on screen, leaving many fans unconvinced. So where does this leave Remy? The immediate future promises intense drama. The introduction of Clarissa Price sets the stage for family intrigue, potential betrayals, and perhaps a reevaluation of Remy's moral compass. Could he revert to his con artist ways, or will he find a new path as a wealthy man trying to do the right thing? Romantic storylines may also be affected. Remy has long had flirtations and deep connections with several central characters, and this backstory could create tension, jealousy, or rivalry. For example, how will Steffi react to learning Remy's hard-knock life was not so hard at all? And will Finn see him as less relatable or more dangerous now? It's also possible that Remy's new backstory could position him as a wildcard in larger Forrester and Spencer family battles. His privileged upbringing, combined with his street-smart cunning, could make him uniquely positioned to manipulate corporate maneuvers or personal vendettas, potentially shaking up the status quo at Forrester Creations. For now, the verdict is mixed. Fans are vocal in their disappointment, arguing that the new backstory diminishes the relatability and complexity of a beloved character. Social media is buzzing with theories, memes, and heated debates, showing just how invested audiences are in Remy Price. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTFUL UPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.